Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. It's June, and you know what that means. Business is picking up in the world of recruiting, particularly for Tennessee, who backloaded the back half of June with official visits. We've already seen four-star interior offensive lineman Nick Moore come off the board. We are on commit watch right now for four-star defensive lineman Charles House. He says, where is home? Going to be committing on Saturday, June the 22nd at 12:30. Is it going to be Georgia? Is it going to be Tennessee? Or is it going to be Alabama? We're going to be covering that live right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. We'll go live at 11:45 a.m. Myself, Coach Jay, maybe Coach Rice. We'll take a look at some film. We'll break down the recruitment of Charles House, and then we'll take you all the way up to that decision. Now, I made a little bit more detailed video on him yesterday, so if you missed that, if you want to know where his recruitment is at, you can go back and give that a watch. He has been predicted to Tennessee by Steve Wiltfong, but he will choose between Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee. And, you know, we talk about recruiting, and we've spent a lot of time this cycle, particularly talking about the offensive line. We've talked a lot about wide receivers. We've got our quarterback in George McIntyre. We've even talked a lot about the defensive line. But one thing that I read in the comment section just about every single day is you guys say, Boogie, we need help in the secondary. So I want to talk about the secondary. I want to talk about a guy that is priority number one for me, and we're going to get into that, but I need you guys to do that YouTube stuff real quick. Hit the thumbs up. It's quick, free, and easy. It helps the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not reporters. We're not journalists. We're not any of that stuff. We don't report the news. We talk about the news. We speculate on rumors. We do what fans do because this channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like it, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Again, we're going to go live at 11:45 a.m. tomorrow morning for the live recruitment of Charles House. We're going to be live on Sunday. You guys want to talk baseball? We're going to do a watch party. Our monthly watch party is going to be on Sunday for the baseball game at 2 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure you guys come hang out for that. But let's talk about it. Who is priority number one for me? Well, that is Lagonza Shaedy Hayward. He is a four-star safety. You can see the profile there on the screen. He's just outside the top 100 in the On3 industry rankings. However, On3 has him at 82nd. 247 Sports has him at 82nd. Shaedy Hayward calls himself the number one safety in the country. And it doesn't matter if you believe that. It doesn't matter if I believe that. As long as Shaedy Hayward believes that he's the best safety in the country, then he is priority number one for me. Shaedy Hayward plays with physicality. He plays with violence. Shaedy Hayward is a playmaker. He's a guy that is a ball hawk. He'll go out and force turnovers. And again, calls himself the best safety in the country. We had him on the channel. If you missed that interview, go back and give it a watch. Great things to say. The kid loved himself some Tennessee, and that's where it gets interesting. But listen to this clip from that interview with Shaedy Hayward.
Like, it's kind of a tie.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because when you hit somebody, like the feeling of knowing you hit them in front of their family and then you just lay them out, you just be like, oh, yeah.
Again, Shaedy Hayward loves physicality. Shaedy Hayward chooses violence. Let's take a look at his scouting report from 247 Sports. It says he's an explosive three-phase playmaker who 247 Sports stamped as a four-star in the fall of 2023 and has continued an upward trajectory in 2024. Verified at 6'1", 200 pounds with a well-built upper body, athletic lower half, and positive arm and wingspan measurements, which should allow him to continue to add muscle before eventually settling in around 225 at the next level. Now, you know, he calls himself the best safety in the country. A lot of people speculate, can he put on enough weight? Could he get big enough to actually move down and play linebacker? I don't know what his thoughts are on that. I think this coaching staff likely recruiting him at the safety position. Says rare two-way talent at wideout and DB that could be graded as an athlete, considering collegiate programs are recruiting him on both sides of the ball, but likely has a higher ceiling as a defensive back. Expansive multi-sport background speaks to his overall athleticism, with directly transfers at the prep level on Friday nights and in camp settings against elite competition. Plays with a hot motor. Coach Eckler's going to like that. Also plays with violent intentions, which we've discussed. Go watch his film. Go watch his film if you want to argue or debate whether or not Shaedy Hayward plays with violent intentions. He looks like an OG throwback to a Ronnie Lott, to a guy that loves to make plays through violence. Go give it a watch if you've not seen it. But it says his violent intentions result in impressive takeaway production and a fair share of bone-shattering collisions. Triggers effectively whether the ball is in the air or on the ground and pursues with a fanatical level of determination. Will offer significant special teams value moving forward. Intriguing combination of ready-to-play football instincts and long-term athletic upside make Hayward one of the more compelling prospects in the state of Georgia at this stage of the evaluation process. Should be viewed as a potential impact player for college football's elite programs with significant NFL draft upside. So, again, where it gets interesting, this has been an odd recruitment. Shaedy Hayward's recruitment has been very strange. He was all Vol after 865 Live. We had him on the channel again a month or two ago. Everything seemed like he was trending to Tennessee. Orange glasses. Said he came to 865 Live just to recruit for the University of Tennessee. And then the official visit started and the chaos set in. I've talked about this a lot. We're going to continue to talk about it after the Georgia visit. I'm still aiming for a commitment later this summer. Just have to take the rest of my official visits and see how I feel. Georgia really showed me a lot this weekend. Tennessee is a great school, too. I go to South Carolina next weekend, then Florida after that. So I will see how I feel. He went on to say that Georgia was the team to beat in his recruitment. Now, after the South Carolina visit, Chad Simmons put out an update, said he spent a lot of time with the defensive backs coach, Torian Gray, loves Columbia, and sees an opportunity to play early for Shane Beamer. As it stands right now, the Gamecocks have grabbed that momentum away from Georgia and Tennessee. Do you see a theme here? Do you see a theme of riding the visit high? After that, he goes to Florida. Coming out of that visit, this is a quote from Hayward himself. Went real good. Florida is the team to beat. It's Florida and South Carolina. That's the first two. Now, he's trending towards a decision on July the 27th. So what is going on with Shaedy Hayward? What is happening here? Is it the emotional highs of recruiting, right? We talk about a visit high. That's a real thing. Put yourself in their shoes. 16, 17-year-old kid. You get flown in, brought in, drove in, whatever the case may be. You get fed all this great food. Did you guys see the picture of David Sanders? That guy's sitting down eating 3 perfectly cooked fillets. You don't think he likes that? You don't think they like the treatment, being told that you're a priority, we need you? But it's the truth. It's the reality. Shaedy Hayward is a priority. We do need him. But he's hearing that at Georgia. He's hearing that at South Carolina. He's hearing that at Florida. So is he just enjoying the highs and the lows of recruiting? Or is Shaedy Hayward using this for NIL leverage? If he goes to Georgia and they're the leader, if he goes to South Carolina and they're the leader, if he goes to Florida and they're the leader, is it all to use leverage in the NIL game? Do you blame a kid for doing that? I don't know that I necessarily blame a kid, but I think sometimes we as fans think it's more about money than it actually is. Sure, it is the NIL era. Money is involved. It is part of college football recruiting, but we've had many guys on the channel like Bennett Warren. We've had some other guys on the channel that said, it's not really about money. It was more about the relationships and the opportunity to be developed and get to the next level. It was about the culture. It was about the family atmosphere. It was about the authenticity of Josh Heupel and this coaching staff. There's more to it than money. Do you guys think it's an NIL game? Jump into the comments and let's talk about it. Or is Shaedy Hayward, somebody brought this up the other night, I kind of like it, I kind of hope that's what this is Shaedy Hayward trolling? Is Shaedy Hayward trolling South Carolina? Is he trolling Georgia? Is he trolling Florida? Is he going on these visits and saying, hey, you guys might want to come to Tennessee because that's the place to be. That's where we're going to go play college football. What do you think? What is going on? Is Shaedy Hayward trolling? Is he playing the NIL game, or is he truly just enjoying the process of recruiting? But the bottom line is Tennessee got the official visit coming up this weekend. Tennessee gets that last opportunity to show Shaedy Hayward that he is a priority, that we do want him on Rocky Top, that there is no fan base that is going to love him more than we love him right here at the University of Tennessee. Tennessee is going to have that opportunity coming up this weekend for the official visit. VolQuest put out a report this morning. They said they believe that Tennessee can flip the momentum back into their favor this weekend. They go on to say that Hayward said he's looking to see if that fit he once saw still remains, as he's already seen everything else that Tennessee has to offer. VolQuest goes on to say his longest relationships are in Knoxville, and that is something that Tennessee will be able to use in their favor this weekend. Again, Shaedy Hayward's scheduled to come off the board towards the end of July. We'll continue to keep you guys up to date, let you guys know how the weekend of recruiting goes. Charles House is going to commit tomorrow morning. Sunday at 2 p.m., we're going to do a baseball watch party. Next Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, NCAA football right here on the channel. channel. By the way, the Patreon is open. The link is in the description. You want to be in the official EA Sports Talkin VAWLS College Football Dynasty, there's only one place that you can go head-to-head with myself, Coach Jay, Coach Rice, and Dauber, and that is on our official EA Sports College Football Dynasty. The link to the Patreon is in the description below. And then Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to be talking about this entire weekend of recruiting on our Talkin VAWLS live stream, so come join us for that. But what is going on with Shaedy Hayward? I want you guys to jump in the comment section and talk about it. Is Charles House going to choose Tennessee over Georgia and Alabama tomorrow morning? Let's get into it and discuss it, because this is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.